now.
Silentness.
That was so on key.
Silentness. There's a weapon that we must use in our defense. Silentness.
You're going to want to ADR that.
Silentness. Silentness. I was screaming all day.
You just haven't found your register.
No, I was screaming all day at baseball. Mm-hmm. And listen to any podcast and listen to today's podcast, and I'm 3 octaves down. And I will be, oh baby.
Not when you were singing, you were.
Because I was trying to go up. Silentness, but I can't find it. My voice is destroyed. Okay, you do it.
No.
Yeah.
Because I know I can't. I'm not even going to try. Okay.
I was about to say
We're
something.
both in blue.
Both in blue.
We want to acknowledge that.
I didn't even give a shit until the camera guy got all fussy about it. But he's fussy.
He just brought it up for query, shall we say.
He's just fussy. He's on his period.
Maybe he needs to eat some dinner.
Or yeah, it is time. You know when you go out to eat and you're really looking forward to your food and the waiter just drops off the food and goes? And I was at a place and I was
As opposed to what? Talking about it all?
Okay, well hear me out on this. Hear me out. Hear my baritone out on this, okay? Mm-hmm. So you order your food in a restaurant, right? We're close.
We're really close.
We're really close. I feel like I can't focus on anything right now. Okay, back to what we were saying. So you're at a restaurant, right?
Yep.
This is kind of the sex look, because this is kind of where you end up sometimes in sex, and you're kind of like, God, how did I get here? You and I. It becomes Cyclops. Yeah. But then again, that's a good thing.
Am I in frame still?
That's a good problem.
Okay.
We should have worked this out beforehand. Okay, so you're at a restaurant, and you order food. Oh, I'm sorry.
Not my phone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's going to keep happening. Hey, they didn't even hear it. We got to stop concentrating on that. They can't. I realize they don't hear that stuff. Cut that out.
His phone beeped through his computer.
So here's what I'm trying to say. You order your food in a restaurant, right? And they just come over and they just drop it off kind of fast and they go. And if that's like a truck stop or something like that, I'm fine with it. But for the most part, when it's like a place that you kind of are excited about, I realize that it's like, I don't like it. I feel like it's like a bad fuck. Like it's, what you realize is that you want to be kind of coddled. Like, and here you go, enjoy. Is there anything else I can get you? Like, you can't just get the food where they just set it down and they just go. That's like a prostitute sex, where it's like you're done and then that's it.
I wouldn't know.
Well, I wouldn't know either. I wouldn't know. Well, I mean, there's the time when I was in Amsterdam when I was a teenager. But I mean, for the most part, I wouldn't know. I did not think that was going to come up today. I did not think my trip to Amsterdam when I was 16 or 17 years old was going to come up in this podcast today. But basically what I'm trying to say is this, is that getting your food dropped off is very much like the red light district. In that
district. There's a T at the end of the word.
The red light district.
There you go.
District. Red light district. It was a long time ago. I don't know if it was a district or a district, but it was a very interesting place to be when you're 16.
Oh, I bet.
Because it's like being in a supermarket and you...
I thought you were going to say Super Bowl. Probably a little bit of that.
It's not
too.
like... No. Sleeping with you is like being in the Super Bowl. That's the Super Bowl. Being in the red light district at age 16 in Amsterdam is like being in a McDonald's. You just put your 79 fucking cents down and you get a piece of shit cheeseburger and you eat it. And you don't there's no coddling when they set the steak and fries down with a nice salad with a duck confit. It's not like that. It's not a nice meal. It's like you get your 79 cents.
It's like a Mickey D's off of off the freeway.
Yeah, it's like McPussy.
Like off the 10 West.
Yes, it's like
sort of get off, get your McDonald's.
Get your fast McPussy, and then get back on the highway.
Uh-huh. Okay, got it.
And
thank you for the Amsterdam veer
I did not
now
think
we're coming back.
I did not think that was going to.
No, I took us there, and I'm bringing us back.
See, I never care about that, but I'm surprised
us back.
I'm surprised you let me go there. I'm surprised you didn't stop that, and I'm impressed.
I've changed.
I'm impressed. I was like, she's never going to let me tell anybody that I went to Amsterdam when I was 16 and did that. And But you did, and I was like, oh, I guess I get to go there. Very impressive. Nonetheless, when you order food in a restaurant, I want to have the food sat down, and I want to be asked if I need anything else, and I want a little bit of like look me in the eye.
Here's what's missing. No, I'll tell you what's missing.
Yeah.
Because you're right, but you're not articulating what it is should be happening. And I'm going to tell you.
Articulate it for me.
You order something. Now, if it's Bodhi ordering something, it's got about 10 modifications to it.
I found
not just the thing off the menu.
I found that to come up in Amsterdam too. The same problem that I have in restaurants happened to me in Amsterdam.
We're off of Amsterdam.
And I thought that I could place some special orders at 16 because I wasn't sure how it all went. And I got told very, very fastly.
You were a control freak even then?
It wasn't control freak. I thought it was like I get to choose to have lettuce or no tomato. I didn't realize that you give them 79 cents and they take a burger from the heat lamp and they set it down and you go about your way. I didn't realize that. I was like, hey, can we? Oh, no, we don't. We don't get to do that. Oh, okay, no, okay. Oh, I see. It's just okay. I got it. You just and then okay, got it. Okay, good.
Are we all good on Amsterdam? Is there anything else you need to say about it? Get off your chest?
Not at this point, but I want to hear about the food point because there's a correlation between this.
Well,
food and sex sometimes find themselves very close together on the
Well, we're in an analogy. We're not into actually like food and sex as actualities.
Not
that
an
was
actuality.
Sort of an analogy.
I just mean in the general nature of the human body urges. Food and sex sometimes find themselves close together. They're low level, I agree. Food and sex, there's much higher planes of sublimation, thought, creativity, art, love, help. But food and sex down there, but they are kind of related. They do have a continue with what you were saying.
Okay. So you order off the menu. Perhaps you say, I'd like my steak medium, or could you just have easy seasoning on that fish? Whatever, maybe sometimes. You have like 9 to 10 things that you've modified.
Easy seasoning on the fish. Yes, I'm following everything you're saying. Go ahead.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like, okay, instead of the broccoli, can I have green beans? Oh, you don't have green. Oh, it's a mixed vegetable medley. Okay, I'll have that. But
I want things exactly the way I want them.
No, you even try to like adjust portion size. You're like, I want just a little helping of fries, but not a whole thing of fries. But instead of, I'll like a third of fries.
When I order fries, I just like them to bring a little bit because if they bring a lot, I'm like a dog. I'll eat until I die. I just like a little bit of fries. Just a little bit of fries.
You can justify it all you want. It doesn't make you any less neurotic.
This sucks for me so bad because I go out to eat with Moo, our guy, all the time, and he knows how bad I can be in this. Where I'll make him order the fries so I could have 3 of them. Don't talk about me behind my back.
No. I'm going to talk about you in front of your back. I'm going to video. We're going out to dinner after this. I'm going to video it when he's not realizing.
I heard you. I'm not going to
video the order
at the Thai restaurant.
I'm going to video every freaking order from now until I get my content.
Fine. Then we're going to the red light district.
And then I'm going to have Moo.
I'm going to videotape.
Edit a Bodhi ordering music video, and that's going to be a self-contained podcast.
What were you saying? Continue.
The missing point. Moo's cracking up, by the way, because I'm freaking right. Okay, so when they bring your food with the 9,000 modulation, contortion adjustments, you sort of then want them to go, so here's your thing with the 9 thing. Did I get it right?
No.
You want them to, no. Okay, let's say you ordered off the menu straight as it was, which I think you would have a heart attack and die if someone made you order. Let's do it tonight, Moo. Let's do that. You have to order what's on the menu with no adjustments.
I dare you. It's fucking impossible. It's a Thai restaurant. You have to say no MSG. You have to say no MSG. You're going to make me not say no MSG to a Thai restaurant? I'll be dead in an hour. Are you trying to kill me?
You guys should Google Gashrai. It's a Yiddish term.
Honey, if you make me say no MSG at a Thai restaurant, I'm as good as dead.
Forget the Thai. Let's say we go to, I don't know.
We'll name a restaurant.
Well, pick a restaurant that's American.
Well, at a sushi restaurant, you have to say easy rice or they put too much rice on.
Okay, so let's say we go to a burger place.
Well, they better grill the onions, and I'm not going to have my hamburger overcooked. You got to have it cooked medium. Who the fuck is going to want a well-done hamburger?
Fine, that's normal. How would you like your hamburger cooked? Medium. That's usual.
Yeah, it's okay.
So if you were to order a burger,
Yeah.
you would just say medium, and that's it.
Well, I would get a turkey burger, but
Okay, so you get turkey. Turkey burger is on the menu.
turkey burger's on the menu.
Turkey burger's on the menu.
Turkey burger's on the menu.
Order.
Ooh, I
Go ahead.
I would like a turkey burger, please.
All right. Any? That's it?
Yeah, I mean, what does it come with?
It says right up here on the board.
Fries and a salad?
Yeah, and the toppings, because we have certain...
Oh, well, don't put any tomatoes on it because my wife and I don't eat nightshades. And neither does she, so she'll ask for no tomatoes either. I, however, can have onions. My wife will tell you not to put onions on it because she doesn't eat nightshades or onions.
I eat onions.
You always say no
I
onions.
do not want raw onions, and I do not want onion breath. If we're being social, if we're going home, I'll get onions. No, up here, my breath, not farts.
Okay, good. All right, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's say we're at a Mexican
A
restaurant.
Mexican restaurant, my favorite. I don't need to do anything. I just say no rice, all beans. It's so easy. Oh, it's
That's
delicious.
it?
Oh, yeah, chorizo and eggs, all beans. no
Okay, but
rice.
let's just say...
Keep
but
going, I
what
love
happens to your... Okay, let's say you order a sandwich, a deli sandwich.
Oh, a deli sandwich? Oh, you got me on the deli sandwich. I'm going to have all kinds of things to say about a deli sandwich.
And then when he orders
I'm
it...
going to say extra mustard, easy mayo, lettuce, pickles, pepperoncinis, salt and pepper if you got it, chopped up olives if they're there, and if there's sprouts with that salami and cheese, oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, so then the sandwich comes, and what do you do to the bread?
Well, it's not a big deal. You take the sandwich apart, of course. Of course, because I don't eat that much bread. And if it's a really thick sandwich, you scoop the bread out so it makes like a little submarine. And then you take out one piece and throw it away. Who needs 2 pieces of bread? That's just ridiculous. And then with the one piece, you scoop it out, and then you make a little submarine and you put all the stuff in it. And then you have like a perfectly little shelled, almost like a little burrito of submarineness. You don't need 2 pieces of bread. Who the hell needs 2 pieces of bread?
So why don't you just order it with one piece of bread?
Well, because that just sounds silly. Just throw one away. Just order the sandwich and throw one away and then scoop out the middle part because it's just too much bread. What are we? What is it? A bakery?
The bread carnage on his plate when he orders one of these sandwiches, and he has a whole routine he does.
And here's the best part.
It's a whole like
Guess
really
who's getting my bad
meticulous
habits?
thing.
Guess who's getting all of my bad habits?
You're teaching him to story.
My oldest son is a food connoisseur like me and has things the way that he likes them. And I think the other night he freaked out when oh my God, what did I do? It was a burrito that I made for him and the hot sauce went on the side and he was like, I don't want the hot sauce on the side. And I was like, you said you want hot sauce inside. He's like, no. And I was like, oh my God, that's me. That's me.
So let's say you order something off the menu.
Yeah.
Simple.
Okay.
I know you'll never know what that's like. But let's just theoretically say that experience. When the waiter brings it, you want them to kind of go, so here's the thing you ordered. You want an acknowledgement.
Look me in the eye.
Here's the thing you ordered. And you want them to kind of just do the quality control check-in. Like, are you satisfied that this is what you ordered without being so articulate about it? But kind of like, okay, here's your hamburger.
I hate when they just set it down and walk
mixed
away.
Mixed vegetables, okay. Anything else you need?
Yeah, I hate it when they just set it down and walk away.
Yeah.
Fucking hate it.
It's like someone when they it's like when you go to the doctor. Okay, my mom lives in a retirement city, and there's like a medical complex where it's all inclusive. You know, like those all inclusive resorts. It's all inclusive medical. The doctor comes in, spends 10 flippin' minutes with her, then says, "I'll be right back." Leaves, doesn't come back, sends the assistant in to wrap up. And my mom's like, I have questions. Oh, what do you want to ask? I'll go tell the doctor. And now it's on a relay point between this random assistant. And what if my mom needs a back and forth conversation? She's in her 80s. Oh, I'm doing the thing. I did.
I was going to let it play out.
I went on my social justice soapbox.
I was going to let it play out. I was like, this is going to be a 75-minute podcast. and from this point on, I'm not going to...
That's my blind spot.
It's okay.
I get passionate about things.
I know. You're right. See, I was trying to keep it about really light
sorry.
things like prostitutes in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
But you just got all serious.
I went to my mom's healthcare.
Your mom's healthcare, which is not quite as funny as the prostitute experience I had in Amsterdam.
It's not. There's nothing funny about it.
Well, but the prostitute in
But I had
Amsterdam
an
was a lot of fun.
analogy.
Yes.
And I got so on my social justice soapbox that I actually forgot where I was going.
Man, that's a good
Well,
one.
we were saying the one stop. Oh my God, this is embarrassing.
It's okay.
I lost
you
it.
went for your journey. You went for a journey.
That's oh my God, that's a big personality blind spot.
Yeah, you went to Cloud Atlas.
I do. I get all passionate
She
on a
got
point and I just go into lecture.
She went in Cloud Atlas on it.
I need to just be a writer and sit and write it all. Make a novel out of
You
my
do need to be a
yap.
writer. You do need to be a writer. You really do. You're very creative.
But I go on and on and on and on. I don't fucking stop.
God, I haven't noticed that at all in the last 28 years.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, really? I'm sorry.
I never noticed it. I never noticed that. You do? You mean you sometimes talk a lot?
So you're an erotic orderer and I do not shut up.
I had no fucking idea that was something that you did.
I think, we were talking in, yeah. No, it's a thing. I know it is.
I had no idea.
I know.
Well, okay, listen. For the record, I want them to look me in the eye when they set the food down, and I don't want them to just place the fucking food down and walk away.
You want them to check in with you. How was it? That's what I went on my mom's thing is the lady doesn't check in and see how it's going.
Right.
They
It's
just
like a fuck. It's a fuck. And I want to be held and coddled, look me in the eye. And, like I've said to you before, my favorite times when we get to create together are times when there's a lot of passion and romance. I'll take the cheeseburger if I have to. The just take your fucking burger and be done with it. Uh-huh. Sometimes that has to be done too. Just to
We're on sex now?
No, we're talking about food.
Is that what happened?
We're talking about food.
We're now on
Okay, we're
sex?
talking about sex. We're talking about sex. But I'm saying
How did we go from my 80-year-old mother's healthcare to sex?
No, we were on sex. You went to
No,
your
we were on food analysis at a restaurant.
We were on sex, food.
No, we started on food, went to sex, back to food. 80-year-old mom's healthcare took a real left turn into sex.
No, the left turn was
confused.
No, sweetheart. The left turn was your mom's 80-year-old healthcare.
Okay, then we took another left turn.
She doesn't have 80-year-old
And did
healthcare,
a
but she is 80
U-turn.
with healthcare, and that was the wrong turn. The U-turn. The dissection. That was the divergence.
We're in a cul-de-sac.
That
Can
was
we get out of the cul-de-sac?
Yes, let's back it out and let's go back to what I'm saying is I like to be romanced. I like to be romanced.
No, we're still in a weird cul-de-sac.
No, food. I want the person.
We're talking about restaurant food quality control. When they deliver your food, you want them to check in with you. How are we on romance versus a quickie?
The thing that's interesting to me is that you can't see how unbelievably closely connected that they are. They're completely connected. It's the same thing. Is that I want things done with romance and the right care.
Oh, I get
and
it.
attention. I want to create a moment of it.
So it's basically you're this poetic romantic artist in all of your endeavors.
That's right, Jenna. This is exactly
while
correct.
being neurotically controlling.
This is exactly right, Jenna. I am an artist, and I want everything to be kind of, like care and attention put to it.
You just poetically go over control things, and I'll just yap by your side
That's
about
going
it.
to be a fun
What a great
5
26
years.
years it's been together.
We're at 27, sweetheart.
No, in February it'll be 27
Okay, we're at 26 and 3/4.
and a half.
26 and 5/8.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to talk about math for just a second because it's something we're not going to get into this too much. But our friend who does the camera work on the show, his name is Moo, and he's a big math nerd. He's all into like rocket trigonometry and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And I had instructions on my baseball league that the barrel of the bat can be 2 and 5/8.
I've never been good with the 5/8
Okay,
fraction.
and
I am bad with fractions
That's
as
right.
it is, and 5/8 fucks my shit
So
up.
here's what happened. So I thought I knew what 2 and 5/8 were, and I go to the sporting goods store, and there was
5 out of 8, right?
Well, yes, but that's okay. So there was
hate
these
fractions.
There was
I
these
hate them.
bats, and there was 2 1/4 and 2 and 5/8, and the 2 1/4 was bigger. And I called up Moo and I said, Moo, how the fuck does this 2 and 5/8 work? What's bigger, 2 and 5/8 or 2 1/4? And he laughed and he wouldn't answer my question. He was like, come on. I was like, Moo, seriously. He's like, how can you not know that? I was like, I really don't know.
I think they taught fractions when you were getting kicked out of multiple schools.
I thought
during
2
that
and
period of
5/8
time.
was much bigger than 2 1/4, and I was right. They had put the bat in the wrong thing, but that had thrown me off. But that wasn't the point. Is that I was confused and that they'd put the bat in the wrong thing. It was that Moo wouldn't answer my question because he thought it was like asking in his mind.
Like, is white Like that color?
He's like, it was to him. It was like saying, "What comes first, A or B?" He was like, "I'm not going to answer that question. If you don't know that A comes before B, that every single person in the world, including like people that are like in comas, would know." He wouldn't answer my question. I had to ask the guy at the fucking place. He wouldn't. He was like, "That you don't know that 2 5/8 is bigger than 2 1/4. I can't even begin to think with." And this is a guy who like went to the highest levels of mathematics at some advanced mathematics school. I don't even know what it's called. Like I know when it gets to
his
algebra,
face is in his hands.
How does math work?
Now.
It goes like from fractions to algebra and calculus and trigonometry.
I think it goes.
Where does it go above that? What does it even mean above that? Where does it go?
It goes geometry, then algebra.
Geometry,
then
algebra
2,
calculus,
and trigonometry.
And he went to the levels where there's things I haven't heard of. Oh, I think it's like Boolean algebra. It's
bouillon. I drink it.
No, Boolean using digits that represent exact amounts of zeros and ones, and everything has a value.
Sounds fun.
And then there's calculus that deals with radiations of like degrees.
Radiations.
Yeah, like
I don't think that's a word.
Like how many pebbles you can put in a truck. You know, like the curvature of the pebbles of like where will it stop? Like they get into some shit. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's good stuff to know.
They get into some shit.
I wish I had known that during many things in my life.
And Moo knows all that shit. And
That's
for
cool.
me,
I love that. That's really cool.
it's very admirable. But I can't think with it at all.
You're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
But you don't know math.
I am bright,
facts
but when I do IQ
of
tests,
higher levels.
I literally won't answer the math questions, and I still score high. Can you imagine if I actually understood a little bit of math?
Well, let's go take some adult daycare education courses.
Daycare? Why did you call it daycare?
Because I've been thinking lately about I see these adult day education
Adult day-
places,
basically-
and then there's adult daycare, and I think one
let me
is for
think.
people who need a little help, and one's just for further education.
Let me ask you a question. Are you trying to get me to a place during the day that they can take care of me? Are you trying to make me go to a place during the day that they can just take care of me for a while?
No, it's education.
Where you're calling it education, but what they're doing is they're just playing with blocks with me? Just like, where's Bodhi?
They come and pick you up in a van.
Where's Bodhi? He's at adult furthering education, and you cut to me and I'm just playing with the blocks. It's like to just keep me busy for a
Well,
few
you
hours.
wanted to go to out of town for a while.
All right. Well, I think we covered it good. I don't know what those math is called.
That's easy to learn, though. That's the thing.
It's not easy to learn. That shit is not easy to learn.
No, I'm not saying like easy, but it's there to be learned.
Yes.
Inherent creativity and
Yeah.
talent is inherent.
Yeah.
You can always expand your abilities of expressing your talent, but your inherent, you're very bright. And I'll
Thank you.
stop talking.
No.
Because you can't learn that. You can't go open a book and like learn talent. Do you know what I'm saying? That's who you are, and you have that. So you can always go learn frickin' calculus
I wish
at your adult day education center.
I wish the prostitute in Amsterdam saw the inner me and saw what a true artist and what a true aesthetic human being I am, but she didn't see it at all.
Not for cash, no.